husband's principal. And that school was down on what is now 17th Street, and it was called Buchanan. And many of the children who lived in that area also richly know Mr. Nixon, because he helped that area in a lot of ways. Now, Miss Allen is another of my teachers, an English teacher. And you want to say, well, these people, but at that time, every Richmond school had a person in their school that actually came to the credit union to let us know what was going on and to let the school know. It was a policy that you had a person out of the school that was also associated with the Richmond Teachers Credit Union, as it was called at that time. Now, Mr. Morton was my elementary school principal. And one of the things that will differentiate what children can and cannot do now, my brother was at school misbehaving as he thought he was big enough to do. And he had Mr. Morton sent home to tell my father that my brother had misbehaved in school. And so my brother was so happy that he told his daddy, because he knew that my daddy was going to come to more school and bless Mr. Morton. And Daddy came to find out what went on. And then he took my brother into Mr. Morton's office. That educated 11 children. The 5 of us that were siblings, and the 6 of my aunt's children that also went. We went through more school then. Never again having a teacher to report us, because you didn't want the children to know that Mr. Stokes could come to school and straighten it out in one office visit. But it was, we got an education. The others, I don't know as intimately as I did those that I just pointed out.
Okay, so we talked about the founding members, and that was great about that. So what I would like to do is pan around to this picture over here on the wall. And I noticed that someone is in this picture that looks familiar. And I just would like to know, if you could step over on this side, how long have you been a member of the credit union?
I've been a member, and I really can't say exactly, but it's probably been somewhere less than 30 years.
Oh, wow.
And it might be a little longer. When you get my age, the memory is not your best weapon.
So, do you, we understand that this is you, right?
Yes.
That's you.
Like I said, I was secretary when this was taken, and that was taken in this building.
Oh, okay.
Here is Frank, and Frank was the chairman at that time. Eva, at one time, was the assistant chairman, but she left. This was one of the board members, and he was also the person who kept us involved in any kind of sports. That was Clyde Field. Mrs. Thamma Brinkley was assistant superintendent at the time. Zelna was a teacher, and I think she taught over here in Southside. Philip Battle was a teacher, but he taught in the elementary school. This was, before Frank, this was our office manager. He was my principal in middle school, and that is William Joyner. Holly Conrad taught special ed at West Hampton. and she taught in high school. I'm not sure which one. And she was at Virginia Union, but excellent. And the diversity of our board came with this board.
Okay. So what, I understand that you was a secretary, right?
Mhm.
So what were the benefits of being a member of the credit union?
Basically, when you are a member of this credit union, it means that you've been told that you are part of it. You are a part owner. It's not that you must go somewhere else. And also, you were educated. And education was not like in school, but it was the value of being able to sit down and talk to your chairman or the manager of the credit union as a friend.
Oh, wow.
And when you can talk to someone as a friend, you are more apt to share what you need, what you would like to have, and to be receptive of what they can tell you about how you can manage your money in a more profitable manner.
Okay. So I also remember, or heard you say that when you guys moved here, where were you before you moved here?
We were in the 5100 block of Monument Avenue, somebody else's building, and we were paying rent.
Okay. And here you're not, right?
And when we moved from that building to this one, we became not just a renter, but an owner.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Great. So what do you think people should do to join, or why should they join? What, you know, what I hear from you is that it's like a family, and it's just the camaraderie, you know, just being able to just come together and be educated. I know it's a little different now, but what can we tell the audience out here that would be a benefit for them being a part of the credit union? Because I had never heard of you a couple weeks ago. So it's just,
unfortunate, though.
yeah, I mean, just to know that you've been here since 1936, you know, it existed. And I'm not sure if a lot of people really know that you are in existence.
All right. Part of that is true. It is hard. Our location, you can't say exactly, is in central Richmond.
Okay.
And so that has a problem for us in some areas, because we lost some members when we moved to this building, because they then said we were not on the main street. People will use an excuse not to do. And what we are trying to do as a credit union is allow people to know that we have the same services, that we have the same desire, and we want them to succeed. So let us know what it is that we can do to help you become a better person, to help you become more sustained in what you want to do for your family. Family is important.
Yes.
And if family is important, then come to the credit union so that you can find out how we can help you become a better family member, meaning a better father, a better mother, a better provider. And find out what it is that we have to offer. And then you will find that we're no different from other financial institutions. We allow you to borrow money. We allow you to save money. We allow you to invest money. That's what a financial institution does. We are doing that for you.
Awesome.
And the only awesome thing about it, you are a part owner in that. And once a year, we're going to have you come to a board or to a meeting so that you can hear what it is we are doing to bring you into the mainstream.
Oh, that's great. That's great. And I don't think many people or many organizations, as far as financial organizations, are doing that for their people. If you become a member, to be able to become a part, so, or part owner, so to speak. So that, I think that is a great opportunity. Is there anything else that you can tell us about the historic part of the Richmond Heritage Federal Credit Union that someone else that, that they would want to know more about?
All right. There are some people who might still think that we are named Richmond Teachers Credit Union.
Mm-hmm.
And using that title, they thought that only teachers could belong.
Mm-hmm.
And therefore, we have changed the name from Richmond Teachers to Richmond Heritage, because it is a part of your heritage that we've been in business long enough that we actually want the people of Richmond to know that we can do something for them. And when you look at the fact that during 2009, that many other banks failed, but you can point to yourself as a member of Richmond Heritage. We still are in business.
Yes.
Years after, many of them are no longer in business.
Well, thank you so much for this interview. I would like to find out from Mr. Cooper what else he would like to further go on, but I think we can go back to the boardroom, because I heard there was a certain seat that you sat in back there in the boardroom, huh? Did you have a special seat? It didn't matter, right?
No, it didn't matter, but I always.
Okay, so Mr. Cooper, come on and just tell us your website and again where you're located, 50.
Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. No, I'm coming. Listen, you stand exactly where you are, right? I want to be on the right side of things, and that's where we are here. So, again, thank you guys for tuning in on this, and, we really would love for you to come down and partake in this. It is just awesome. I had this opportunity to come in, and as I said before, we're at 50 West Commerce Street at the corner of Bainbridge and Commerce. I see traffic coming through every day, and I see y'all not stopping, right? So we're going to have to change that. But please, visit our website, www.richmondteachersfederalcreditunion.org. And we kept that portion of it to have the nostalgic piece there. So it sometimes confuses people because they hear a Richmond Heritage Credit Union and they try to search the website and they don't find it. But if you do Richmond Teachers Federal Credit Union, you will find that on there. But again,